Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're here today with a unboxing of the Rogue Fabrication tomb bender, and this is something that we're pretty excited about. I've used a previous tomb bender before, and it was time for it to expire, and so I was looking at some other ones and was looking at one that was an affordable option and one that fit into the garage and made use of the space really well. It was kind of a compact design. So I kind of came across this Rogue Fab setup, and I talked to the guy Joe, and he told me all about it, and it had all these great options, and it could do a lot of great things. And so I took a chance and I decided to get one, and here it is. And so I'm going to unbox it for you guys and show you everything that's inside of it. I don't have a clue either, so this is the first time I've kind of started to open up some of it, but thanks, man. So but I decided that I'm just going to chop the top off and open it up differently, because it's really packed, really compact. As you can see, these are the two boxes here, and they're very heavy. So they come very compact, and this is a system where you have to pretty much assemble this and weld it yourself. Now that's the option that I chose, and on his website and part of his services, he offers a service where he can fully assemble it and also powder coat it any color that you want, I believe, and give you all of those options. So if you don't have a welder or whatever, then you can opt to get that option. He charges, I think, like $150 or somewhere in that range to do the weld up of it. And still, even with that price, it's still a $750 setup. I chose to get the basic setup where I welded it all together just because I wanted to just do it, and it was more compact, so it saved a little bit more on shipping. And the basic setup, which I believe is just the system and one die set, is around like $600. So I think it's like $595 or something like that. And then there's the master set, and the master set comes with a whole another set of dies, which is over here in this box. And so I went ahead and got that too. And I think along with the dies are kind of the most expensive part of any of the tube benders that you get. So the dies add another $700, $800 to it, depending on how many you get and what sizes. Kind of varies. So anyway, so I got this set up here, and we're going to go ahead and unbox it for you and then show you what's all inside, and then we'll proceed to assemble it and do kind of a secondary assembly video on top of the unboxing one. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to just cut it right here if I can. Super packed. All right. So here we go. All right. So like I said, I got the bare system, so it's not powder coated or anything, because I'm going to do all that myself, and I'm going to do all the welding just to show you guys, what all you get. So the first thing on top. Looks like it's got part of a base plate of some sort, and then the instructions along with a degree wheel or degree marks, I guess, and then some other stuff. So we'll open that in a second, and then I want to set this to the side. What?
Looks like there's actually a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff going on. Mm-hmm. So I'll open it up. We'll just get all the pieces out, and so I'm just going to chunk that over there. All right, so I know this is part of the core piece. Now everything, it looks like it's laser cut, real high quality cut notches on it. I believe this mark right here is the the bottle opener for your beer, so that's always good to have. We're going to set that there, and then we're just going to place some of this stuff apart. This is the second side. So this is the main part that the bender goes on, and like I said before, this is like a vertical bending setup, and that's one of the things that attracted me, is because when you stick the tube in it, it's going to bend upwards. And I, on the previous one, I had the JD 232 whatever bender, I believe, and it was an older version, and it's a side bender, so it sits on a pedestal and it bends, and you stick the tubing in it, it kind of bends it sideways. Well, one of the things that I noticed before, you know, when we were bending stuff on it, you have to support that piece that's hanging way off on the side. Otherwise, as it bends over time, it slowly starts to kind of sag. And so if you have a U-shaped bend that you're doing, say for like an upper roll bar for your roll cage or whatever for your main hoop, then it can be kind of wonky a little bit because it bent or it sagged as it was bending at the same time. So I'm hoping that this will help prevent that. Plus, it's not going to take up so much space like this. It'll take it more upwards, you know. So anyway, so we'll see how that works out. So here it is. This is the main part, I believe, that holds the die, and the part that does the bending, and the part that the cylinder connects to. I'm guessing. I'm just kind of going from what I've seen in a video and the pictures. And there also looks like there's another beer opener or something. I don't know. Maybe there's a whole bunch of bottle openers on this. So, all right. So there's more stuff, more packing. So we got some serious packing going on. All right. So these are the main rails that it's going to sit onto, and I think they're just really what you weld all your base plates to, and gives you the ability to weld it onto another type of plate. All right. So we should have a bunch of different like camera angles for you guys on this video. We have an up camera and a side camera and the front camera, and we have two behind us that we're not really sure about. So I'm gonna try to get a lot of video of this kind of thing, because I plan on doing a lot more videos that are like this kind of product, you know, unboxing kind of stuff for us out of the garage motorheads. All right, so I am guessing that these are now this system is kind of unique, where it comes with this this block that attaches to the bar when you get it kind of aligned, and it's, you know, a lot of them have like a little cup that the bar slides into, and then it uses that cup to draw the metal through the die. And this one has a clamp deal that actually clamps onto it. And so one of the benefits that kind of caught my eye is that you clamp this on, and when you get through with bending your bar, and you haven't bent it enough, and you've already pulled the whole bar out and everything, and so like with the other previous bender, you would have to go and, you know, try to guess and figure out where to align it back up on your bend. Well, this bar is, you know, physically attached to the piece of metal, and so you just slide it back in and start your bend again from that point, and you don't have to sit there and realign it every time, and you can just re-pick back up on your bend and continue the bend without having to guess at where you last left off with the bending. So I'm not sure what size this is. Let's see if it's stamped. I don't see. I'm not sure. There may be. I'm not sure. So looks like it's about 1.25 inches or so. So, or maybe that's an 1.5 inches, I guess. So here's another one. So this one looks like it's either maybe 1.25 inches. I don't know. I got another camera that's out looking up on everything. So I'm not really sure what the second die. I know this one clamps on. I'm not sure what this one does. So we'll find out as we get into the assembly. Now I have another one. A lot of them. All right. Oh, you know what? It says right here. Okay. On the piece of paper, it says 1.5 inches. All right. So that's 1.5 inches. And maybe the clamp piece is the same on all of them or something. I'm not really sure. So this one is 1.5 inches. I have a marker back here. I'm gonna write 1.5 on it, and 1.5.
This must be 1 inch.
Yeah. So this would be a good piece to just do like to take a punch die to it and kind of stamp the size on it or something, so we can keep track of it. I just chunked the other ones, didn't I? So,
yeah. So this is probably 1 3/4, like a lot or something.
Yeah. So we might be able to get a tape measure. I don't know if I have one sitting around. But at any rate, we'll mark it up later, and then we'll figure out what sizes they are. And I'm just going to make sure that the packing doesn't have it on it. Because I just ripped all the packaging off, and I can see that definitely. All right, so here's one of the main dies. Now, one thing about this bender is that, from what I understand, it can do a full 90-degree bend in one sweep, which is something that my previous one couldn't do. You could almost get to 90. It was like 80 or something, and then you had to reset and move your pin and move your stuff, and then kind of start back with bending it. So everything's really nicely machined. Nice piece of aluminum. Everything's nicely machined. Fairly polished on the inside here, so it looks good. So I'm guessing this is one of the, I don't know which size that is, but again, I may need to go through and stamp these with the size on them, just so I know right off the bat what they are.
That way.
So it's pretty light.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got another box. Well, here, let's open this one. Alright, it's like a gun. Okay, so these are part of some kind of brace, and not sure, but we will find out what that is as soon as we tear into the instructions. And then, all right, springies. So, all right, so we got 2 big springs, and these I believe go to the hydraulic ram. And that's another thing that's really unique to this is that it comes standard as I believe as an air hydraulic. I mean, I guess you can use a pump hydraulic or something like that, but it's not like the JD2, which I used before, where you had to pull on that big long bar and bend it. I mean, I had an electric hydraulic one, so it wasn't a bar to pull on, but it could be done either way. But this one is air hydraulic, and then I believe he's coming out with an additional electric hydraulic also, which is the same. It's just quieter. So the other one you have to have an air compressor for, and it's just a little louder. But they both do the same thing. So anyway, so there's our springs for that. I'm assuming those kind of return the system back to 0. My knife. God, with my knife. Oh. So. All right, so here we got another box. Oh, okay. So these are the pins, and I can't remember if he sent me like heavy duty pins or just the normal pins. I know he has 2 different sets, which one he calls a heavy duty. So the heavy duty deal is I think has a different pin setup and maybe some other different things. I'm not really sure, but it's like another $65, and I think it just allows you to bend like really heavy stuff. Because I know you can bend. We've seen him on his own videos bend up to 1.5 inch solid bar stock with this setup, without warping or stretching or wallowing the holes out or anything like that, which was actually one of the issues I had with my previous one. All right, so more paper. All right, so we have some metal pieces, another brace. This looks like this is a metal piece for the degree marker. Have no idea. Maybe a spring holder deal. Just kind of guessing on this stuff. So then we have a real soft piece of brass, and I'm not sure what that is either. So we're going to try to keep track of all this. Matter of fact, I'm going to put some of this back in this box. There's some washers, some real heavy steel washers, and a little turn knob deal that he gives you for the hydraulic ram to make it easy to unload the ram. So anyway, I'm going to put this back in this box so I don't lose everything.
Yeah, that's
that's some serious big old thick thing, man. All right, so I'll keep the small stuff in there, and then we're going to set this off to the side. Step out of this thing. Oh goodness. Alright, I'm going to take the pins, stick them over here. Alright. Okay. I know that sounded terrible. Alright, so let's move this.
Yeah. That's not right.
Alright, here we go. Yikes. Alright. Okay, so we're going to open this sucker up now. So we're going to weld all this craziness on top of MDF. I would advise you guys probably use like a steel table. But I have a plastic table under here because I don't have room for a big giant steel shop table, which I had at my shop, but now I'm back in my garage, so I don't. So the MDF doesn't really burn that easily. So we're going to use that instead. And I could have put a piece of metal on here, but I didn't want it to, it'd still melt my table on me. Alright. I'm going to cut everything.
This is all made 100% USA, right?
Yeah, so this is all American made, which is another thing that attracts me. I like to support the American made stuff, US made, made in USA, since my car is kind of the same way. So I like to do that, and I like to show off other people's stuff that's done the same way. And it's just, you're just getting really good stuff. And you know, from my conversations with Joe already, he's a really good guy to talk with, really smart about all his stuff. If you want to know even like, you know, the good best material for doing a roll cage or something, he's really versed on all of that stuff. He does a lot of fab work also, so he really knows his stuff, and you know, the metal specifics, or the metal what am I trying to say, like the
Properties.
yeah, the properties of all the various metals and how they bend the best and things like that. You know, and I'm sure all the tube bending companies do, but you know, it's just nice that you're dealing directly with the guy who invented this system and put it together. So we got a ton of Rogue stickers, so I may be giving some of those away on my Instagram. And then let's see. So this is some other stuff he sent me. I don't know. Oh, so he's got like a little fabrication chart here. Oh, I see. So it's kind of nice. So if you're, you know, kind of new to chassis building and kind of figuring out what type of metal and what sizes you're trying to use, and you know, a lot of the metal supply companies, you know, will say, you know, I got 1.625 metal, you know, and it's what 0.090, 0.0120 or something like that. And so that's a so the 1.0, you know, 625 or whatever is a what size is that? That's
What size is it?
well, this is 1/16, so that's 625. So kind of gives you, it's just a chart to help you get all your fractions converted to decimals, which is nice.
That comes in handy.
Yeah. And then he's got other stuff which have he's got some other stuff that's pretty cool. Special clamps, things for a drill press, a safety handle clamps. Hey, that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Oh, you actually need some of those. And then some serious off-roading wheels that he fabs. So maybe we'll throw some off-roading wheels on a blade. Good lord.
You can get enough of those, huh?
I know. All right, and let's see here. All right, so this looks like this is part of the instructions. Wow, we're only really talking about a couple of, for real, like 2 pages.
Yeah.
So looks like it's pretty simple instructions, and we'll see what all it does. And we got some cool danger warning labels. Everybody needs that, you know. Watch out for your fingers and everything. All right.
Even more of these things.
Good Lord. Golly. Okay. I don't know. Is there a, maybe there's a display tent in this too or something. All right, so this is the degree wheel to know, and I guess we'll see where this goes, but it's just a sticker, and we'll place that on there wherever it goes, and we'll get some more thingies. Thank you, dudes. All right, so all right. So maybe I'll give some of the stuff out, some of these stickers, because I have a good Lord.
Yeah, it looks like they show some of the products they offer.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
All right, so this is some stuff that I can. He's got some cool stickers though, man. That's what I've been needing to do. I need to get some stickers. All right, that's it. I'll get some stickers now. All right, so. All right, 30 minutes later, after we have stickers out of the way. Holy cow, bro. All right. Okay, so we got lots of stickers. So if anybody wants a sticker, just let me know. I can hook you up, man. All right. So we're gonna set this stuff. We're just gonna chunk it on the car, because you know it's not doing anything right now.
Nope.
Oh, there goes one. Just trying to get a place where I can lay out everything and all that. We'll, okay. So this looks like finally we get to a base plate. Pretty sharp. So it looks like it's like I said, everything's laser cut, so it's all nice. So it should go together like a little snap together puzzle, looks like. All right, so let's get this right here. Okay.
More of these.
All right, so these are our clamping blocks. I'm just going to call them that until I read the instructions and find out what they actually are called. So this is another box. So we're going to some more reading material. We got some t-shirts. So here's a t-shirt, Rogue Fab. All right. So okay. So all right, we got some t-shirts. How many we got, man? Got four.
Four.
All right, dude. Yes, you can get one of those. All right, so now let's just select the rest of the dies. I keep losing my knife, dude.
I got it over here.
It's probably best that way, man. All right. All right. Oh gosh. All right. So this is a bigger die. All right, hold that one up. All right, so this one is a 6-inch die, and this one is the 4.5-inch die. This I got for smaller tubing. This is for a thicker tubing. So he recommends for the thicker stuff to use the 6-inch, and then I think it even goes even more. So you can kind of get an idea of the profile. It's kind of nice as a full round die. It's not like one of the so many other companies have just like little pie-shaped dies. So this one's a full die. So I guess that's good if, like, say, if you mar up a side or something, then you have a whole lot more surface to work with. So, all right, that right there. So they're heavy, but not too heavy. It's like another die. Alright. So again, I didn't really see any place that it said what size this was for. So I'm gonna get this probably, unless it's hidden somewhere, it might be on here. I don't know, but I'll probably get like a stamp set and just stamp in with a steel punch the sizes on the die, so I don't have to like take a tape measure to the groove. But yeah, it's almost like the same size, but they're different.
Yep.
So they're definitely different. So I have that, and here's put that one on top. Got that. All right. So these are the 3 dies that I have, and then I guess these are the 3 probably guides and support pieces or clamp pieces or whatever. So, all right. So instructions. All right. So this is something that Joe provides as well. This is the hydraulic, the air hydraulic ram, and he's going to have, like I said, another one that's an electric hydraulic. So this one I went ahead and just ordered on my own because I had like a coupon deal for this weekend, and I got this one at our good old Harbor Freight. You know, we love Harbor Freight. So when you're building a prototype of anything, Harbor Freight is your best friend. Man, it's just their tools are super cheap. They're pretty crap tools, but they have a lifetime warranty on everything in the store. Mm-hmm. So you can just use it for the weekend, break it, go take it back, get another one, and you can just do that forever, which is nice. But a lot of stuff I have still works good, and I have some high-end stuff, and I have some Harbor Freight, you know, which people would call junk, and it's outlasted some of the professional things that I have. So I don't know, man. It's all made in China anyway. It doesn't really, it's like, you know, whatever. So here's a classic orange. Purple. I mean, that's a big difference there, isn't it?
It's a big difference.
Oh, it's not even close. So yeah, this is your classic Harbor Freight orange, or what's that other place? Northern Tools. Yeah, Northern Tools. Orange and black and yellow all the time. Okay, damn, that's a big ass thing. All right, so here is it's an 8-ton air jack or ram, and basically you put in your air supply at this end right here, and you just mash the trigger. Can you see that, guys? Mash the trigger, and then it runs through this little hydraulic pump, and then it basically just does the same thing as if you were to, you know, sit here and manually, you know, jack this thing up. Now there's a little knob down here that you use to release it, and that's something that Joe gives you. He gives you a little thumb deal, so you don't have to bring out that big giant, you know, tube, and you can just use a little thumb screw to let out the pressure in the system. And then these big springs kind of recool the setup back, so you don't have to sit there and reset and try to move everything manually, which is nice because a lot of times when you're bending these things, they have there's a natural spring tension on the steel, and so when you let go of that, as soon as you release the setup, then it'll snap back on you. And sometimes it's real slow, and sometimes it kind of sticks and then it snaps, and so you can get your fingers caught in it. So it's nice to always have pressure on it for when you're releasing the tension. So anyway, so that's that, and then all of this goes together some crazy way. And like I said, we'll have the instructions here, and I got a camera up, so I'm kind of showing it this way. So like I said, it's a pretty simple setup, and you can see there's the ram right here, and then we have the piece of tubing that goes in. Here's that clamp piece, here's your guide piece, and then it just bends up around the main die, which I believe pivots as well. So that's kind of nice that everything pivots and you don't have any metal sliding against anything, causing it to mar up your piping. So yeah, so it looks pretty simple. So anyway, so that's the unboxing of this setup, and it looks pretty simple. Everything is, you know, very well cut out and looks, you know, really nice quality. And you know, all the aluminum looks like it's real nice aluminum. Not that I would know what bad aluminum looks like, but I mean, I don't see any like weird, markings in the aluminum. Sometimes you can see strange things like pitting and stuff like that if it's bad quality aluminum, but it looks like it's all pretty high grade stuff. So all right, so that's it with this. So this, like I said, this thing's called the Rogue Fab. Well, I don't know what the name is technically, but it's through roguefab.com, and the setup is about low end $600, like $595, to about $1,675 to $1,700 in that range for kind of the master setup, which includes a bunch of dies, and then along with a few other little tidbits, which I think probably here and there. So so anyway, so that's it, and so I'm going to make this one video of just unboxing, and then we're going to do the assembly video, and I will talk through the assembly of it, and then I may narrate parts of it or whatever. Not really sure how I'm going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and close up this part of it, and if you guys have any questions, then feel free to email me or ask me the questions on the comments, and I will answer everything that I can and direct you to Joe. If not, go ask him whatever you need to ask about the system and what you think it can handle. But as far as I understand, this is as good as any pro setup, and we should be able to fully do the chassis any the way that we want on the blade, and it should cover all of our needs. And it goes all the way up to 2-inch piping or 2-inch DOM tube, and you can do stainless and aluminum, and you can do pretty thick wall. I mean, he's got like a crazy video where he's doing like 1/4-inch thick tubing, and just all kinds of crazy, and all the way to solid steel. So, and then also he has square dies as well for doing square tubing of a variety of different sizes. So check that out, and ask him some questions and whatever. So anyway, so that's this part. We'll see you next time, and I'll see you later.